Well, today we've got a big tip for you. It's helping you in your new job. So it's knowing what the school's expectations are to allay some of those fears of what you're expecting that you will need to do.
Mm. I remember long ago I was told a tip that has stuck with me all this time, and it doesn't matter whether you work for Pizza Hut or Domino's. They make the pizza. They all make pizzas, but they all make it differently. This is what I mean about this. What we mean about the brand,
Yeah.
and the brand is different. Schools have different ways of teaching the children. Okay, so whether it's like an everyday English, like immersive type environment, or whether it's just like they sit there and they just have words thrown at them, etc., or it's all play based. So understand the brand of the school that you're going to.
So another way to understand the brand is their philosophy, the way that they teach. They may be a very outdoor, practical teaching environment, or maybe very, very academic. So understanding the brand is very important. It's really understanding what your school is expecting the outcomes to be, and also whether they're targeting parents' outcomes or purely academic outcomes, education department outcomes, or just their own local little brand outcomes.
Absolutely. So, before you leave home, you have ample opportunity to research them on social media. You'll obviously have ample opportunity to speak with them and discuss different things as well. So just build up a bit of an idea in your head of what the expectations are.
Yeah.
So once you arrive, you're not kind of like floundering thinking, oh my gosh, what do they expect from me? Am I allowed to get the children up and get them dancing, or do they have to sit like little robots on chairs?
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, another good point is the training that you'll receive. You'll receive it maybe just from experienced teachers or the head teacher.
So, when you go through the training, make sure you ask lots of questions throughout the training, because, you have to be able to adapt it to yourself. Okay, and your own teaching methods.
Yeah, that's right.
And you might have to unlearn what you've done at home and relearn something new.
Yeah, that's a good point. One of the things that we found is that because we were quite experienced teachers coming into a new school, we really did have to take on their branding. We really did have to take on their training. And there were elements of that that we thought, well, we could do that a bit better, or we could do that a bit differently, or this is what we could achieve by doing that. But that's the wrong course of action. You really need to take on what their expectations are and understand what their expectations are.
You'll always have your own what we call special sauce. You'll always have your own way of delivering something, okay? But
yeah, that's true.
You will have to stick to how they want you to teach it, the curriculum that they actually present you with. But it's in your delivery. So that's where watching teachers is really good.
Yeah.
And if you can kind of get enough courage to do a little bit of a lesson that you're watching from another teacher, just to see whether you can work their brand into yourself, into your model of teaching. Yeah.
Be a co-teacher. Yes. Oh, okay. Such and such. Can I bring them in today? Or I'll take them out to play today. Or I'll introduce lunch today.
Yeah. Or I'll do the warm up or something like that.
Baby steps. Yeah. Take little bits. Take a tough pill if you need to, and just do little bits of the schedule yourself. That'll help you to warm up to it and feel more confident when you're by yourself.
True. Yeah. Very true.
So another way to find out the school's expectations are looking at the events that they participate in, or that they organise and arrange for the school throughout the year.
There's often events on the weekends. There's often events at night and things like that. So have a look at those and see what they expect of you in those times. Like, do you get the time off in lieu? Or you don't have to ask these questions, but you can kind of ask your colleagues these questions. So it just gives you an idea. You're feeling a bit more confident when an event comes up. You're not there going, oh, does that mean that they're going to give me 2 days off?
Do I have to perform as well?
Yeah.
Lots of schools have Children's Day, schools have different events that you may need to actually perform in. And if you're not used to performing, that can be quite a big challenge. Yeah. So look at what the expectations are in that area. There's a lot of foreign teacher performances that are done in schools. So be prepared for that. But remember, take the challenge, take it on, because that's an area where I particularly needed to grow. I wasn't used to performing up on a stage or in a park, but I got over that, and now I really, really enjoy it. So it does expand your comfort zones, and it expands your skills as a teacher as well.
Absolutely. Another big one that I think is really important is to find out what sort of evaluation or reporting that you as the foreign teacher have to have on the children for the parents. You'll often find that they might want a foreign teacher to write comments on a monthly basis, or it might be on a term basis. So ask those questions. So each week you'll obviously be writing a lesson plan, and those lesson plans are weekly plans. They're usually up for the parents to see. So you might have to evaluate that on a daily basis to just find out what the expectations are of the school.
For progress reports.
Of course, like the schools that we've been in, we had to do a weekly lesson plan that was up on the wall.
And it's good to be prepared for that.
Of course.
Just to know that you'll need to do that on a weekly basis.
Yeah. So also have a look at the way that other teachers have actually positioned their reports, so that you know what is required within that. So there will be monthly reports more than likely that you'll just write up. So have a look and see how the other teachers have written the previous months, so that you can kind of stick to that same plan. I've put an example here for you of one that we've done, and that will give you a brief idea.
Because in the West, your reports can be very, very different. Okay, so one other way that we can identify the school's expectations on you are
finding out the holiday process. What I mean by that is that if you started a school in January, more than likely when it comes to the summer, where the schools are generally closed, they may have a summer camp. And my experience is that if you started in January, you do have to work the summer program during summer, which is a nice thing to do. It's a good way to reconnect with the kids and just see the children in a different light.
And holidays are a good indication of the school's expectations on you, because in a big summer holiday, a lot of people go back to their home country, especially in China. It's what you look forward to, it's what you plan for, or they discover the country more, go traveling. But we've been in schools where we've had to work over Christmas, we've worked over summer, and there's different expectations. So find that out ahead of time so that you're prepared for it. And just remember that one of the funky little things that they do here is that if there's a holiday and it covers what we would call a work day, they may actually come and work the previous or the next weekend day. So, so that you're not losing any time generally. So that's one of our tips for you. It's looking at the school expectations, and hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Thank you so much again for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.